Hello, marathoners. This is Jan Moray, and I hope you had a great weekend. I sure did. And I was thinking about how wonderful I felt, and I just had to share, some of the things that helped me to really enjoy life. And one of it was from operating from love. This weekend I went to a wedding. My cousin's son got married, so I guess he's my cousin also. And I saw several of my other cousins. I went to visit my uncle. I stayed with my son, and we had lunch with his girlfriend, him and his girlfriend, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I started thinking about how much I look forward to seeing everybody, and I had my mind set to that I was going to have a good time, and I was going to be able to catch up with all these people. And then with my uncle, he wasn't able to go to the wedding, so I went to the skilled nursing facility where he's staying, and he was just so appreciative that I came to visit him. And it's just such a wonderful feeling inside. And the last video that I left for you was about the total behavior, how your thinking and your actions affect your feelings. And, when I was driving home from Houston, I just felt so good and felt so loved, so fortunate, and wanted to share that with you because you can make a wonderful life for yourself. And again, it's those feelings that are a result of your thoughts and your actions. And so make sure you're doing things and you're thinking things that are going to help create that positive life for you. And this was just a prime example of how that all worked for me, because I went in there, loving my cousin, the mother of the groom, knowing that it would be very important to her if I attended. And then she was very excited that I was there, and her sister was excited I was there, and several of my other cousins thanked me for coming, and then visiting my uncle, and then my son. He and I had a great conversation and a great time. And it was just such a wonderful weekend. So things to consider. So what I want to talk to you about is the energy levels. And I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this, and there's several different lists put out by several different people, and it's your energy states. And the highest state, the best feeling state for us is that of love and appreciation. That's why they keep telling you to show gratitude and be appreciative. And I don't know if you can see this. Let me put it up here. Hopefully you can see that. I will post it in the comments for this note, for this video, and then you can have this. But basically, when you're in a negative feeling, you're at the bottom of this energy state, and you just are de-energized. You just don't feel like doing anything. And you're just not very, very happy. And so how can we bring you up the ladder so you're in one of those higher states? And I have another example to give you. And this happened before I really started getting into this type of therapy, and the type of thinking that I have right now is when I was taking care of my mom and dad. They wanted a caregiver to stay at home with them at their house, but they were in Houston, I was in Austin, and I would go see them every 3 or 4 weeks, and I check with the caregivers, make sure everything's okay, take care of the meds and the bills and all that kind of thing. And but I did that very willingly and very lovingly. I was very glad that I was able to do that in their last few years. And it was just amazing to me how things just started falling into place. I found the most perfect caregiver who really cared about my parents just the way I cared about them. In fact, she may have cared about them more. It's difficult for me to admit that. And so then after Mother died and I moved Dad into a memory care facility here in Austin, I asked her if she would stay in the house until I could get it ready to sell. And so I was so thrilled to have somebody to be able that I trusted to stay in the house. And she was thrilled to have a place to stay because I didn't charge her any rent. and then trying to get rid of my parents' things. We had some relatives who needed furniture and furnishings and all kinds of things, and they cleaned out the house, and I said, here, take it. And they were so grateful to me, but I was so grateful to them, because it was going to be a big chore for me to get rid of all this stuff. And do I sell it? Do I just give it away? What do I do? And and then once I moved Dad into the memory care unit, I thought he was going to be fighting me, because he's very set in his ways. But by that time, he had pretty resigned himself that whatever I was going to do for him, he knew it was the best thing. And I was so blessed, because there's so many people that have problems with that, because the parents are fighting them. And so my point is, when you do things through love, when you do things because you're really trying to help the other person, you're really trying to appreciate it, things just fall into place. And everything went together for taking care of my parents' estate, selling their house, and all that kind of thing. And just so think again about that total behavior thing. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? Are they positive thoughts? And what are you doing? Are your actions positive actions? Because if you're doing things for the good of somebody else, to help someone, to help you to feel good inside, then you will feel good inside. So if you have any comments or thoughts, please feel free to write them in down below, and I will post that little paper that I showed you a minute ago. So have a great week. I will come on again sometime during the week, and just let me know what's on your mind. Bye-bye.